Good morning once again. Now this is the same question, means same pattern question, but different class interval is given to you. Here the class interval difference is 15. So the gap of class interval is 15, 0 to 15, 15 to 30. So my I value is 15. The frequency is mentioned in the question. You need to calculate quartile, interquartile range, IQR, interquartile range, and one should know the formula of IQR, which is Q3 minus Q1. Okay, it is the difference of upper quartile value to the lower quartile value. Now second is quartile deviation. Quartile deviation formula is what? Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2. It means IQR divided by 2 will give you quartile deviation. Now coefficient of quartile deviation. Coefficient of quartile deviation formula is coefficient of quartile deviation. Formula is Q3 minus Q1 divided by Q3 plus Q1. So with the help of this, you can calculate the coefficient of quartile deviation. But before you start, one should know the formula of Q1 and Q3. So what is the formula of Q3? I am writing Q3 formula first. So L1 plus 3n by 4 minus PCF divided by F into I. So this is the formula of Q3, quartile third. Now what is the formula of Q1? So my Q1 formula is L1 plus n by 4 minus PCF divided by F into class interval. So this is the formula of Q1. Now once you know the formula, then you find out your deciding parameter. For Q3 my deciding parameter is 3n by 4, and for Q1 my deciding parameter is n by 4. So first I am going to calculate Q3. So first you calculate cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency is what? Addition of all the frequency one by one, keeping first frequency remains same. So 8 plus 26, 34, 34 plus 30, 64, 64 plus 45, 109, 109 plus 20, 129, 129 plus 17, 6, 146, 146 plus 4, 150. Now check the summation of all frequency value. So 8, 6, 14, 9, 6, 0, 3, 7, 10, 12, 14, 15. So it means that since you make sure that these two values remain same, the cumulative frequency value and this n value remain same. If both values same, then you proceed further. So now my deciding parameter for Q3 is what? 3n by 4. So 3n by 4. First you calculate this. 3 into n value 150 divided by 4. So this is 450 divided by 4. So 450 divided by 4. So if you calculate this value 450 divided by 4, so you will get. Now this value is 112.5. Now you have to check whether this value is lie in cumulative frequency to select Q3 range. Now 112 is lies after this because 109 is less than this. So after this you will get 112.5. So this will be my Q3 class interval range. Now here what is my L1? So L1 value is what? 60. So I'll put here my L1 value is 60. 3n by 4 is 112.5 minus what is my previous cumulative frequency just before this value. This is my previous cumulative frequency 109 divided by F. F is the frequency of the class. So this is what? 20. Multiply this value by I is the class interval range. My class interval range is what? 15, 15 gap. So in this again the gap is 15. So I have multiplied this value by 15. Now this is 60 plus this value is 112.5 minus of 109. You will get 3.5. 3.5 divided by 20 into 15. Remove decimal, place 0. 3 7 35. 5 7 35, 5 4 20, 0, 5 3 15, 5 8. So this value comes 60 plus 7 3 21 by 8. So what is 21 by 8? My 21 by 8 value is 2.625. So this value is 60 plus 2.625. So my Q3 value is, you need to add this, you will get 62.625. So this value is Q3. Now the same way, now I am going to calculate Q1. So for Q1, first you calculate the decision parameter which is n by 4. So now I am going to solve and find out the value of n by 4. So what is the value of n by 4? My n value is 150. So I can write here 150 divided by 4. So if you cut this value, you will get 2 to the 4, 75. So this value is 37.5. Yes. So this value is 37.5. So this 37.5. Now check whether this 37.5 lie. So 34 is less than this. The just after this value is your class of Q1. Now for Q1, what is my L1 value? 30. So I am writing here my L1 value is what? 30 plus n by 4 is already calculated, 37.5. What is my previous cumulative frequency? So previous cumulative frequency is what? 34, just previous value. 34 divided by f. F is the frequency of the selected class. So this is 30. Multiply this value by the class interval range, which is 25, which is 15. So 30 plus this comes 3.5 divided by 30 multiplied by 15. So 15 2s are, remove decimal place 0, 5 4s are, 5 7s are. So this value is 30 plus 7 by 4. So what is 7 by 4? So my 7 by 4 value is 1.75. So 30 plus 1.75. So this Q1 is nothing but 31.75. So now you know the value of Q1 and now you know the value of Q3. The rest thing is remain same. Now you put the value and find out each numerical value. So what is Q3 minus Q1? So if I subtract this Q3 minus Q1, it means 62.625 minus of 31.175. So you will get 31.45. So this is my IQR value, 31.45. And if I divide this value by 2, I will get what? Quartile deviation. This value is 15.725. And what is quartile? Coefficient of quartile deviation? This difference you already know, 31.45 divided by Q3 plus Q1. Q3 plus Q1 is the value, once you calculate by the calculator, you will get this is 31.75. Sorry. So what is the value of 62.625 minus 31.75? This value is okay. So now you know the value of Q3 and Q1. Now you take the difference of Q3 and Q1. So Q3 is 62.625 minus of 31.75. You will get 30.875 is your interquartile range. Once you divide this value by 2, you will get the value of quartile deviation, and this value is 15.43. Now this is your quartile deviation. Now this coefficient of quartile deviation is what? Q3 minus Q1 divided by Q3 plus Q1. Q3 minus Q1 is already calculated. This value 30.875. Now divide this value by Q3 plus Q1. So I need to add both value. So this value is 31.75 plus 62.625. So this value becomes 94.375. And when you divide this value 30.875 divide this value, you will get 0.3271. So this is your coefficient of quartile deviation, and this value is 0.3271. Now you know the quartile, interquartile range value, quartile deviation and coefficient of quartile deviation by using Q3 calculation and Q1 calculation. Now you all know. Now you become expert that how to calculate Q1 and Q3 by the formula, and rest thing, once you calculate Q1 Q3, then put all this value in the formula, you will get each parameter answer. So I hope this thing is clear to all of you. Thank you so much for watching this video.